Hello, it's Alina from XM8 Mastery, and today we're going to talk about a roofer labor line item that we've been getting paid with insurance companies to cover the smaller decorative style roofs such as this one here. Notice it's not a gable cornice return or return strip, but it's a gable decorative end that is sloping upwards here. So let's go take a look at how we can address this area in Xactimate. So let's take a look at how we'd handle this area here. It's not a gable cornice return, right? That's not where it turns in on itself. And Xactimate has a line item for gable cornice return. Let me just show you that right now so I can differentiate what we are dealing with. Here is a gable cornice return, right? So it's an end that turns in on itself. You also have your gable cornice return strip, which looks like this here. It runs across the front of the gable. So when we look at this picture, this is a gable cornice return strip, and we could use the linear foot line item in Xactimate to address this area. But what about this area here? It's not like you can walk on it from the field shingle. It's kind of a precarious area that you may need to set up ladders with jacks and planks or some other mechanism to get up here to work on this side of the roof because it's so skinny and small. It's probably about a foot wide. So what we've been finding that insurance companies will pay is roofer labor hours. So I'm going to go ahead and go in here and just use the roofer labor hours, so RFG, LAB, and then I'm going to type in the description. I'm going to tell them what this is for. So I'm going to put roofer per hour for working on front gable area. Then I'm going to put in here maybe 3 hours, and that gives us a place to start negotiating with our 3 hours. I may not get 3 paid, but they usually will pay something here. Because if you write your note attachment well enough, you should be able to convince them that this part of the roof cannot be walked on from the roof bed, right? The field shingles, you can't walk from the field shingles onto this area. You need to set up ladders, you need to get extra labor to move the material to this area, and then that little roof is actually kind of like an arts and crafts project, right? To install those shingles and cut them correctly so that they line up properly and look like they should. A lot of times you will need to do a lot of explaining in your note templates, and once you write the note once, go ahead and save it using your little note template save right here, this icon. You can save the note and then you'll never have to write it again, right? But I would be pretty detailed, tell them why you need 3 hours, 1 hour for removal, 2 hours for install, and let them know that you're going to use the ladders and you have to move the material and all of that. That should go into your note. You should be detail out here. It's worth the time, especially for the amount of money that it's adding to the estimate. I think it's worth the time to type out a really great note and tell them why this is separate from the field shingle and should be treated as such. All right, so I'm going to left click OK to add that line item to my estimate, and you'll notice here that the description has turned green, and all that means is that I have edited the description. So when we go to print, you're going to see here on the report, the printed version here, you'll see here that it says roofer per hour for working in gable front area, and there's an asterisk. And that tells the adjuster that we've changed the description in our program. So not only is it green out here on our estimate item screen, it's also going to put an asterisk next to that on the report. Just a side note so that you'll be prepared that they may question you with the asterisk, say, hey, where'd you get this line item? Well, we hand typed it, and then everyone's on the same page. So that is how we are getting these front gable areas paid. I hope that you have great success doing this due to the fact that we've had insurance companies work with us on this area and are allowing us to add these extra labor hours. My name is Alina Wilson with XM8 Mastery. If you enjoyed this tip this week, go ahead and click like on this video. And if you have any comments, please share below. If you want more information on XM8 Mastery and what we do, please visit www.xm8mastery.com and have a great week.